When the mysterious Inferno terrorist organization strikes again, it will be up to the JLU to stop them. But will the mole within their own ranks end up making things much harder? Well, let's hop into the pages of Justice League Unlimited issue number 3 and find out together, shall we? So then, as we join the issue, Renee Montoya the Question and head of security for the brand new Watchtower is on the track of a would-be stowaway that she believes is actively living in the walls. Turns out it's none other than Airwave, who actively hasn't signed out from duty and has just been living there hoping no one would notice. Now, we of course know that Harold over here is actually a mole, but in a beautiful bit of continuity, Question actually takes pity on the poor kid, knowing full well that he is one of those lost Golden Age sidekicks, who has returned to the modern era thanks to an old Stargirl adventure. I say that this is an amazing piece of continuity because, wow, I wasn't expecting Mark Waid to use this, and also because, wow, Jeff Johns wrote that and it feels like no one references his stuff anymore. Furthermore, being a time-displaced sidekick with no home to go home to could probably explain why it is Airwave is trying to take down the Justice League now. That mystery will have to be put on the back burner, though, as the Justice League is already getting dispatched for their next new mission. It seems that Inferno has decided to go very literal with their organization name by burning down the entirety of the Amazon rainforest. Hey, now, you can't burn down the rainforest all in one go. Don't you know real-world corporations are working very hard to destroy it little by little every year? What are they gonna do? Corporations are people too, so I'm told. Once again, the team that is sent to go deal with this threat is incredibly eclectic. Poor Superman ends up getting taken out of the fight almost instantly once he realizes that the strange pillars that are causing the fire and happen to carry Inferno's insignia, which is a strange-looking eye, are magic in origin. All of this again asks the much bigger question of who the hell are Inferno, what are they after, and what is even their deal? Their gimmicks don't even seem to match up. When the League first fought them in Africa in that precious metals mine, they were using advanced technology to try and gain control of the mine. Now it seems that they're using magic to actively destroy. Though it's that magical connection that makes Zatanna, Detective Occult, and even the returning Xanthi Zhao believe they can cast a spell to summon the Inferno to them and force them to answer some questions, which is exactly what they end up doing. Again, we don't actually get to see any of these guys' faces, they're still covered by dark robes. But for what it's worth, they do end up sharing a little bit about their ethos. Someone like Mr. Terrific believes that these guys might not even be terrestrial. The Inferno says they don't want to destroy all of Earth, just most of it. More importantly, though, they want enough heroes to live to bear witness to their punishment. Whatever that punishment might be is still pretty much up in the air. They also claim that they will be coming at the heroes a number of different ways before we also briefly see Airwave again, who is helping with Wi-Fi signals in the crisis zone. Now, that's the A plot of the issue, but there's also a hard-working B plot too involving the two Atoms. It seems that Ryan and Ray are once again hard at work using their brand new science machine to try and return powers to heroes who lost them. In this case, they go with Plastic Man to try and help out poor Phantom Girl, who has ended up going all Cronenberg monster once her powers were swapped with eels. In another really nice, really appreciated bit of continuity, Plastic Man desperately wants to help Phantom Girl because they were both members of the Terrifics back in the day. Yeah, wow, when was the last time you heard that book referenced? It's been a minute, hasn't it? Once again, the Atoms machine ends up working splendidly, swapping Phantom Girl and Plastic Man's powers, though Phantom Girl doesn't stick around, saying that she needs to return to her own people, leaving Eel just a little brokenhearted. Once again, this whole little subplot reads as one giant commercial for the brand new Atom Project series, which I'm sad to admit I haven't actually read yet, though Mark Waid is doing a pretty damn good job selling me on the whole thing, so maybe I should start. Now, back over with the rest of the League, the battle intensifies. They're doing everything they can to take out these fire-belching monoliths when eventually they hit upon the idea of what Inferno is actually after here. This whole forced fire plot seems to be part of a bigger plan to try and agitate and eventually gain control of the green, you know, that matrix that ties together all plant life on Earth, the thing that Swamp Thing is a defender of. Only problem is, Swamp Thing is nowhere to be found right now. As Aquaman says on his way to Louisiana, Swamp Thing didn't actually accept a Justice League ID due to his own weird monster nature. Also, in case you're wondering, no, this isn't the Alec Holland version of Swamp Thing most of you are familiar with. This is actually Levi Kami, Holland's successor, who's been a Swamp Thing for a little bit now, and who it's actually really nice to see pulled into a much bigger Justice League story, though we only see him for a few seconds before he ends up completely bursting into flames as as this issue comes to an end. Ooh, that's rough. And so that was Justice League Unlimited issue number 3, everybody, and once again, Mark Waid ends up delivering a tour de force issue, one filled with amazing continuity callouts and deep cuts, nice spotlight pieces for newer DC characters who don't get near the love they deserve, and a deepening mystery involving the Inferno. Honestly, if I had to theory craft right now, my assumption is that Airwave's beef with the Justice League is completely different from Inferno's. They just want you to think they're the same right now to throw us off a bigger scent. What that is, I'm not entirely sure, but I know I'm certainly enjoying the ride. This one's got action, it's got comedy, all the big heroes feel useful, and all the smaller heroes get to show off their amazing abilities. Yeah, this one is just a feel-good winner from start to finish. Overall, I would give this one another 8 out of 10.
Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow, and help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.